It's Robert and Karlie, and we're sad today because we're about to leave Akumal Bay Wellness Resort. But I wanted to share a few things that I had questions about before we arrived that might be helpful to you. One is, ladies, yes, you do have the magic mirror. Flip it around, you've got a great mirror so you don't have to bring your own. The other thing is the hair dryer. When I first looked at it, I was concerned because it's so tiny. It is a high-powered hair dryer, so we don't have to bring our own hair dryer either. The other thing is, one of the things I had read online is that there really wasn't enough room for the clothes because you don't have dresser space here. But I just wanted to, I had plenty of room. There's tons of hang-up space, and I use the shelf here, and then I use down here for my shoes. Also, you do have an ironing board, and for the rare case that it rains, you have an umbrella. The other side, you also have more shelving. The safe is a good size. We didn't have any trouble with that, and then Robert used this section for his clothes that were going to be folded. The other question, and one of the complaints about this unit, is the bathroom not being private enough. So just so you can see what they mean by that, there's no door that separates the bedroom from the bathroom. These doors are clear, but you can't really see through them, so that's not a big deal. But just getting ready, if you have a family, it's probably an issue, or if it's just a friend rather than your significant other, it might be an issue. This is the only other seating area in the room, but you don't sit a lot in the room, okay? You do have the tabletop here. The fridge is here. Let me show you kind of what you get too. This is the courtesy. You have the little Milky Way bar, the potato chips, a couple of Heinekens, sodas, and you get a couple of waters. One thing, there's not a lot of beer selection. I think probably just the Dos Equis and the Heineken. So other beer selections, you may want to walk to town. The cool thing is, town is a 10-minute walk down the beach, and it's fun to do. They do have a coffee maker in the room. One of the folks that have been to this particular resort 13 years in a row told us they would even go down and they would actually have them grind the beans for them and use them in the coffee maker up here. You'll see a lot of repeat visitors to this resort. We're in the penthouse room, and we had heard kind of complaints about it being a smaller room. It's a little bit smaller because of the steps, but plenty spacious. The beds are comfortable. The TV is small, but it's flat screen. You do have the ceiling fan. We did have some trouble with our air conditioning unit, but it was fixed, and it works beautifully now. Outside, on the first level on the penthouse, these are the chairs and the little table that you have. But take a look at how close to the water you are. You can probably even hear it on our video. You have the covered beds down here. That's our small infinity pool. We're in building 3. This is my preference of buildings, although they all have their own particular reasons you might want to be there. Look at how close we are to the buffet restaurant. That was our breakfast spot every morning. So in building 3, I think it's kind of the best of both worlds because you've got some privacy, but you're still near things. You also have fabulous views. Number 4, you're the furthest away. However, you've got a quieter side of the beach. It's near the rocky beach that's very picturesque. You get ready to go snorkeling, go down towards building 1, and you see the buoy out there. Every time we went out, in less than 10 minutes, we had seen a sea turtle. We saw sea turtles, stingrays, the barracuda, tons of fish. It was amazing. The coral is beautiful. As you look at the water, the darker water that you see, all of that is coral. It's amazing snorkeling. If you look down and see the boat going out, that's how close Akumal town is. You feel like you are inside of such a picturesque area because it looks like you're on this little island by yourself with the way it juts out here and over there. So be sure and take the walk both ways. Both ways are pretty exciting. Come up and we'll show you what it looks like on the penthouse. Be careful, if these steps get wet, you will slip. Big step coming off. Tons of area. We had our friends up, we're here with a group, so we had tons of us up here just kind of hanging out and cheering and toasting to the sunset. Here you've got the Jacuzzi Tub, and it's very private at the penthouse level. That's one of the reasons you might want to do the penthouse, is this is such a private area. We also have the umbrella, so if you want to lay out, you've got 2 loungers, which is really nice too. And from here you kind of look at the top of the water, so you can see everything going on. The clarity is crazy beautiful here. As far as the beds are concerned, building 1, the beds were sparse in the morning. Most of them were taken by 7:30. Here in front of building 3 and 4, we were able to find chairs almost any time we wanted to. Same thing with space at the pool. It was all very nice and reasonable to get around. You got to visit here. This is absolutely one of my favorite resorts.